10 most unusual automobile internal combustion engines. Mechanical engineering as an industry has more than 1 century of development. Since the advent of the first cars, there have been significant changes in the design of cars. The inevitable and modernization of the main driving force of the auto, internal combustion engine. In recent years, so-called downsizing has become especially relevant. The transition from large-sized and weighty units to small-volume motors with 4, 3, or even 2 cylinders. Increasingly, in the automotive market, you can find vehicles with atmospheric and turbocharged power plants, as well as hybrid engines or units with a mechanical compressor. However, we will talk about other, most rare and original ICEs. Single-cylinder engine. In 1885, Karl Benz introduced the world to his invention, the Benz Patent-Motorwagen, the world's first ICE car. The vehicle was equipped with a 4-stroke power plant with 1 cylinder and a volume of 954 centimeters cubic inches. After 9 years, 25 cars were produced with the same engine, but with a power of 1.5–3 horses. For many years, single-cylinder engines were used in passenger cars, but they were most widely used in the world of motor vehicles. Rotary piston engine. The RE Rotary Engine, or Wankel engine, gained fame thanks to the Mazda brand, in particular the RX-3, RX-7, and RX-8 models. The idea of the invention belongs to Valtor Freud and its co-author, self-taught engineer from Germany, Felix Wankel, brought it to life. Development was carried out within the walls of the company NSU Motorenwerke, subsequently purchased by the Volkswagen Group. Not only cars were equipped with such engines, but also Norton and Suzuki motorcycles. In 1991, the Mazda 787B, equipped with a 4-rotor engine with a capacity of 700 horsepower, won the 24 Hours of Le Mans, becoming the only car that managed to get around its rivals, having the RE under the hood. This was the first and last triumph of the rotary piston engine. A year later, the cars equipped with this type were banned from participating in competitions. V16. This type of engine could not withstand competition from the side of 8 and 12-cylinder engines with similar power characteristics. The first V16 began to install Cadillac in the 30s of the 20th century. Then the baton was picked up by the sports car Mazda V16T, used 16-cylinder power plants and sedans on the 7th series of the BMW 767iL series E32, Alfa Romeo, Tipo, 316, and 162 race cars, as well as Auto Union cars. V-twin or V2. A 2-cylinder V engine is well known to Harley-Davidson, Indian, Suzuki, Honda, Aprilia, Kawasaki, and Yamaha bike lovers. But few people know that in the 20s of the 20th century, it was installed in passenger cars. In the 60s, Mazda launched the city car R360 with V2. Now only the Morgan 3-wheeler tricycle boasts such an original power plant. Gas turbine engine. The time has come to mention other types of engines. Gas turbines, a striking representative of the family of which is the A831 engine, installed under the hood of the 1963-64 Chrysler Coupe from Carrozzeria Ghia SPA. 55 cars were produced, of which 5 were prototypes. All cars had an original body and became known as the Chrysler turbine car. It is noteworthy that the car could drive any fuel that could ignite, from gasoline with diesel fuel to alcohol and perfume. Engine power reached 130 liters, and the turbine could accelerate to 60,000 revolutions per minute. cars successfully passed tests. However, Chrysler was forced to remove products from the conveyor. Further work on the project became impossible due to the financial problems of the company, as well as the introduction of stringent regulations by the government to limit toxic exhaust emissions. V5. Such famous European brands as Audi, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, and Fiat quite often put engines with 5 cylinders on their models. Moreover, they were all single-row. The V shape of a 5-cylinder engine is rare. So, in 1997, Volkswagen used its own 2.3-liter power unit VR5, developing a capacity of 150 horses. The unit could not show itself from the best side, so only some Golf, Bora, and Seat Toledo models were equipped with it. Single-row 8-cylinder. At the threshold of the 20th century, engines of this type were often used, especially in the USA. However, over time, automakers began to give preference to more compact V-shaped motors. On the European continent, the 8-cylinder single-row engine was first tested by Daimler. Gradually, this trend was adopted by Bugatti and Opel, Duesenberg and Alfa Romeo. With the 8 under the hood was the celebrated Mercedes-Benz 300 Sport Leitrennen SLR. The same one driven by Sir Stirling Crawford Moss won the Mille Miglia endurance race in 1955. V4, one of the rarest representatives of the family of power plants. However, a number of automakers installed 4-cylinder engines on their products. Among the pioneers was a sports car Morse. A little later, similar engines began to be used on the Lancia Lambda and Fulvia. Also, such units were installed on the 1962-82 model Ford Taunus and Saab. Among the latter was the Porsche, which uses 2-liter engines in hybrid units. It was on such an engine that the famous 919 hybrid was able to win the Le Mans 24-hour race. H16. The invention belongs to British Racing Motors and is an H-shaped installation of 2 boxer engines. It was this unit that stood on the Formula 1 BRM P83 car of the W8. Initially, this arrangement of cylinders was used by the Volkswagen Group.